Welcome back to another video on the channel. It's a little different video today. Back in October of 2024, we took a trip to North Carolina. And on the way down, we tried to find as many roadside attractions as we could that were easy to get to off the roads that we had to travel. So we put together, about a half dozen or so roadside attractions that we filmed on the way down there and back, and realized that we never really did an opening or a closing for the entire video. So what we decided to do was to go visit a couple local roadside attractions and use that for our opening and closing. So this first attraction that we went to was in New Carlisle, Ohio, and it was the site of John Dillinger's first bank robbery back in 1933. The building is located at the intersection of State Route 571 and State Route 235, or Main and Jefferson. And they've got a little plaque on the wall right above the old bank deposit box. And if you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd drive right by it. So this is the first roadside attraction for the video. Today the building is Abe's Hidden Treasures, which is a gift store, sells candles, things like that. And we went inside and they had a nice wall of kind of a memorial, I guess if you want to memorialize a bank robber, but they had a wall with some pictures and some storyboards of
the history of it.
Yeah, so we went inside, we got some pictures and video of that. On June 10th, 1933, John Dillinger kicked off his career as a notorious bank robber by robbing the First National Bank in New Carlisle, Ohio. So from here, we're going to move to West Virginia and check out our next roadside attraction from our trip back in October. So where's that going to be, Sonia?
The Yeager rocket, West Virginia.
Here we go. Today we're in St. Albans, West Virginia, in front of the Yeager red, white, and blue rocket, located right alongside Highway 60.
The rocket was erected on July 4th, 1970 by the Boy Scouts to honor the test pilot Chuck Yeager, who in 1947 became the first human to fly faster than sound. Chuck was from another West Virginia town, but that didn't discourage the Scouts, who somehow got their hands on a fairly impressive rocket that they painted red, white, and blue and stood straight up as if it was ready to launch. The rocket monument has a time capsule inside, but no one can remember what was in it or when it should be opened. The rocket's patriotic paint job has been repeatedly refreshed over the years, keeping the monument looking nice, and no one seems to care that Yeager ever became an astronaut and thus never flew into space on a rocket. The monument has a sign on it. It has a Yeager monument. It was dedicated to Chuck Yeager, the first man to fly faster than the speed of sound. A native of Hamlin, West Virginia, erected by Explorer Post 376, the Boy Scouts of America, and it has a date of 1970 on it.
Not the easiest attraction to find, was it?
No, we about passed it up because they told us we had to go down the road further, and I'm like, looked over and I'm like, there it is, pull into the old Kmart.
Yeah, pulled into the old Kmart, walked across the street, and here we are.
Because there's nowhere to park once you would follow directions to come by it. It's not really a parking lot.
And it's a very busy road.
I guess it looks like down the street at the light there might be a little pull-off, maybe.
Maybe a little park down there. But
yeah, then you have to walk.
We're
going to play Frogger on the way back.
Frogger. So hopefully we make it.
If you're seeing this video, we have made it across the street.
All right, let's go. We're in Charleston, West Virginia, at the Shoney's Big Boy Museum. This is a small outdoor exhibit type museum, and the whole thing's right back there behind us. In 1947, this was the site of the first Shoney's Big Boy restaurant, which then grew to over 1,900 restaurants. We're gonna walk you around this outdoor museum and show you what they've got. There's Big Boy himself at the top of the museum sign. And down here at the roof, in the big red and white letters, it says Pocket. 2 different times, starting from the center, going around on both sides. And in the front of the outdoor exhibit, got a nice plaque here. Tells you all about Alex Schoenbaum, who started the Shoney's Big Boy Restaurants. We won't read all this to you, but you can pause the screen and read this for yourself, or fast forward if you don't care. As you walk around the circular outdoor exhibit, this window here, we've got some different memorabilia from the old restaurants. Got a couple old big boys down here on the bottom. In the middle is one of the trays that they would have put on your window of the car. This particular menu, they got a big deal sandwich for 95 cents. You can get a Slim Jim for 50 cents. This window back here, got one of the Shoney's coffee pots. One of the Shoney's Bears. We got a blue plate special plate. Got some more pictures there in the middle. Up top's another menu. Get a big boy combination for $1.55.
Not anymore.
There's an old yo-yo in the front of this display case with the Shoney's name on the front. And we got one last window display. Got another big boy down here on the bottom. Got a couple big boy ashtrays, which you don't see those anymore. Life's Little Treasure Book on Success. Shoney's on it. I'm gonna guess that might be Alex himself there in the football jersey, but I'm not sure. The Charlton Memorial Bridges carry the West Virginia Turnpike and Interstate 77 over the Bluestone River in Mercer County, West Virginia. We're in Fayetteville, North Carolina, standing underneath the Eiffel Tower. This is a 1/12 scale replica of the Eiffel Tower, built in 1971 to advertise the name of the French-sounding shopping center, the Bordeaux Center. We're in King, North Carolina, in front of the dairi-o restaurant, the giant milkshake behind us.
Yeah, this is a 1940s dairi-o restaurant. It was upgraded in 2011 with the giant milkshake cups as its entrance and 2 red straws sticking out of the top. It is 30 foot tall. Jeff Speaks designed it himself after failing to find an architect who understood what he wanted. So he designed this himself.
So, you want to go in there and get a milkshake?
Let's try to.
Okay, let's go.
Follow us.
Okay, Sonia, what did we get here at the dairi-o?
We got a chocolate milkshake. They only come in one size.
Yeah. What kind of different options did they have?
They had all kinds of stuff. They had some hot dogs. You can get all kinds of ice cream items. So this little guy here was like about $4.60, roundabout.
We just wanted to try the milkshake because we thought it was famous due to the front of the restaurant. So what'd you think of the milkshake, Sonia?
So far it's nice. It's really thick.
Yeah, it's really thick. I'm not a big fan of the thick milkshakes because it takes too long to drink them. We'll head off down the road and I'm sure it'll soften up a little bit and make it a little easier to drink as we get down the road.
It is good though.
Yep. We're in Surry County, North Carolina. As you can see behind us is the Pilot Mountain. It's one of the most distinctive features in the state of North Carolina. It's kind of hard to see behind us, so we'll flip the camera around and zoom it in for you. We're in Wytheville, Virginia, at Wytheville's smallest church, one of America's smallest churches.
This church is a small roadside church on a service road along I-81 and 77. It is 12 by 16 foot chapel, and it was built by volunteers.
So we're gonna take a walk around and show you what it looks like.
Follow us.
The front yard has 3 crosses set up. In front of the church, they've got a bell tower. And Sonia just found out that the church is open. We'll take a walk inside. Got a plaque here in memory of Lee Montgomery. Inside the church, we see it is very small. Got a pulpit up front where Sonia's standing, the cross behind her. We got 1 pew on that side of the church. Got a picture of the Last Supper on this wall. Up in the front, we've got a stained glass picture of Jesus. Looks like a Christmas tree over here on the right side. And on the right side of the church, we've got 3 pews. Very nice inside. Kind of reminds you of a log cabin with the real nice wood. Got some decorations up at the top of the church. Up on the small stage, they've got a Bible. And
Up here we have a book that people can write prayers for.
okay.
It's got up here in the front, it says 2024 World's Smallest Church Prayer Requests. And there's one on here that says, praise for our country. May God be with us and guide us.
Well, that's for sure.
Amen.
And from the pulpit, if you look out over the church, you see the 3 pews on the left, the 1 pew on the right, and there's the door that leads us outside. There's a guest book over there on the right where you can check in, tell people where you're from. There's a Pocket 3 camera case on the counter that someone left sit there. Over here we've got a bulletin board. People have left some notes. Kind of give you a look at the ceiling of the church as we pan from the front to the back, or the back to the front. Got a stained glass window up there above the door, which Probably a little bit of a blur right now. We'll get it from the outside. I guess there's a lot of these small churches all across the country, here and there. I know we've seen some other YouTube videos that show some. They're all about the same size. This is the first one that we've ever seen or had a chance to visit. I will say it's very nice in here.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, it's got the pool.
Here's a look at that stained glass window from the outside. And sun might be a little too bright to show you how nice that looks. You can see Interstate 81 and 77 right out front of the church. We're on a little service road. And the small church has a small driveway and a small parking lot. You can probably get maybe 4 or 5 cars in here. Into the right side of the church, they've got a little garden. A statue of Jesus out here. A couple statues over here. They got a bench over here in front of the statue of Jesus. They've got their power box over here, discreetly concealed behind this lattice with the cross. And towards the back, they've got a bird bath. Another bench over here. They don't allow any camping or overnight parking. Here's the sign. Wytheville's smallest church, one of America's smallest churches, dedicated to our Lord Jesus Christ. As I pan up, you can see the 3 crosses with the small church and the bell tower next to it. Got a sign here that says enjoy the flowers and plants, but please do not remove. One of the nice things about the location of this small church, as you turn around opposite the church, look at the view of those mountains that you get over there. That's a beautiful view, especially on a nice day like today. And all that is in the shadows of the small church. Well, I would say if you're in the area, Wytheville, Virginia area, this is definitely worth a small detour from wherever you're heading to come check it out.
Yeah, it's not that far off the interstate.
No, it's
A couple zigzags here.
It's well worth the extra time to come check it out. It's a very nice place. Okay, we're still in Wytheville, Virginia, standing underneath a very large pencil. I'm not sure if it's the world's largest pencil, but it's certainly a very large pencil. And what's that pencil up there for, Sonia?
It comes out of an office supply shop. It's around 20 to 25 foot long, yellow pencil-like. People have always used a yellow pencil, and they put it up on top of an office display, outside of an office supply store.
Pretty good advertising, huh?
Yeah.
It says on the side of the pencil, Wytheville Office Supply. It's got the eraser at the top. Very sharp point. Not much you can say about it, huh? Wytheville is just full of interesting things to look at. We found an old theater here, the Millwall. There's the ticket booth. We got a skeleton in there selling tickets. Got some advertisements out front of what they're going to have coming up. A lot of sun on that one there. The actual box office for the theater is the storefront next door. Still got a very nice marquee. A lot of neon up there. A Millwall Theater. Very nice. Keeping with the giant pencil down the street, the paint store's got a large paint can in the front of the building. See Skeeter's world famous hot dogs. Advertisement on the side of the building. Looks like it was over 6 million sold and they had to update that to 9. Home of the Skeeter dog here. Skeeter's Hot Dogs right on the main street of Wytheville, Virginia. Some real nice artwork in the window. He's been here since 1925. You got a slaw dog?
Yes, I did with the red hot dog.
Red hot dog. Here's what that looks like. We got a very small order of fries to share.
And what'd you get, Ron?
I got a Skeeter dog.
You got the original Skeeter dog.
On a regular hot
All
dog.
beef hot dog.
And we will share the fries.
Yes.
So we'll get into it and we'll let you know how it was. Well, Sonia, what did you think of Skeeter's hot dogs?
Not bad.
I didn't think it was too bad.
I kind of thought the fries were a little small.
Fries were a little small, so if you're thinking of sharing the fries, you might want to rethink that and get your own.
Yeah.
But it was it's been around for almost 100 years, and we were in luck that today they had their grand soft reopening. We just happened to be in town, so we got to take advantage of it.
They closed apparently back in July, and whatever reason, the guy didn't say, they opened back up. So
they're back open. It's a classic place. Get a classic hot dog that's been around for years. So glad we had a chance to stop by.
he said next year would probably be their 100th year.
Yep. So if you're in the area, give them a try. Thanks for watching. This last roadside attraction brings us to Urbana, Ohio, for the world's largest loaf of bread. And probably one of the strangest roadside attractions we've ever encountered because, why, Sonia?
You really can't go up to it because it's on private property, which you take a picture from a distance. That's all you're allowed to do.
It says here on the website that for years this fake loaf of bread sculpture laid neglected behind the factory building. And then in 2016, it was restored to what you see now and moved to this location. and there's big signs in front of it that say private property, no trespassing. But it's positioned in such a way that you can stand on the sidewalk and clearly see it, take pictures of it.
You just can't go stand next to it.
Probably because...
Or walk around it and look at it.
Probably because they don't want people climbing on it.
Well, they could put a barrier around it.
The loaf of bread is at the American Pan Company, which this also says was known as the Bunday Baking Solutions. So it looks like it's a factory.
It's just the oddest thing you're going to see is a roadside attraction because you can't get real close to it.
Normally when people take the time and effort to make something nice like this, they want people to see it and appreciate it, but not so much here. It's on private property, so
yeah, there's plenty of signs telling you that it's private property.
No bicycles or skateboards. So don't think you're going to bicycle in there.
Still private property.
But it's located on Water Street in Urbana, Ohio, and if you're in the area, it is easy to find. It's easy to see. You can clearly get a decent picture of it from the sidewalk, the public sidewalk.
You can park right next to the drive on either side, it looks like.
So if anyone out there knows the story about this loaf of bread, leave us a comment.
It was neat looking.
So that's going to do it for this video of Roadside Attractions. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. As always, thanks for watching.
See you down the road.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.